Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of my Benfica career mode. As you see, the board decides to give us 3.8 million. I say that's fair enough, we'll take it. And I decided to simulate this last game against PSG because we're already going through no matter what. And to be honest, transfer season, you know how it is. Everybody wants to just get their hands on those scout reports and try and get some transfers done. As you see, nothing much happened. Faza getting a yellow card. I was hopeful that we could get the win, but yeah, you'll see in a moment's time if we do or not. As Nelson Oliveira comes in for Jonas, they make some substitutions. Ibrahimovic scores for PSG, but Nelson Oliveira gives us the draw, and that's how the game would end as well. And you'll see that we got some matches rescheduled, and that we get 11.8 million from progressing. As you'll see, I'll show you the league table. We have 38 points, Sporting have 32. We're gonna face Sporting in the Taça de Portugal, and we go through and we play against Liverpool on the round of 16 of the Champions League. Tough tie, but I think we can make it. As you just end up seeing all the the league stands and all that. Alright, and I also simulate this game against Boavista. We do have a couple of simed games. I think there's one more after this one. But don't worry, I'm not going to do a lot of them normally during the transfer season, really. We get the first goal through at El Tarabt, and would be more to come, really, because Boavista, a very weak side. I think we could definitely get the win by a lot of goals. And as you see, Tarabt makes it 2-0, Gaetan makes it 3-0, and eventually Jonas makes it 4-0, and we end up winning the game. Quite comfortably, and again Tarabt with a very good game. So we see that Jardel is back from injury, and that Maxi, we can lose him for free. So I decided to give him a contract because even though he did not sign one with Benfica, he could still stay with that, which I very much doubt. But we give him a 1-year contract and see maybe he will get sold in this January transfer window. Who knows? We also get our press talk against Sporting, and also see that Maxi accept his contract, which is great, and we get a scout report from a lot of players, but seriously, this scout is just being awful because he's not giving us anyone good. At least not good enough for Benfica, obviously. As we see, Talisca wants to play on this next game, and I will do him the favor and let him play on this game because he plays quite well, so no big deal. Hopefully we can make the win. As you see that my microphone disconnects there. We see the very good Sporting side, not the usual, and we have a strong lineup as well because I did not want to lose this game. Absolutely not. And now the first chance of this game would fall for us as Maxi is on the ball. He gives it to his own, plays it to Samaris, Samaris to Talisca. Talisca with a great through ball to Tarabt. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Tarabt makes it 1-0 for Benfica inside 5 minutes, I believe, and I'm incredibly delighted about that. Just look at that finish. Boom. No chance for Patricio there, this near post. And we make it 1-0. Tarabt, man, he's been playing quite well since I put him on the left wing. Now the next chance of the game would fall straight from kickoff as Sporting play the ball. Jefferson's on it. We try and pressure him. He plays it back to Adrian Silva. Adrian Silva loses the ball to Salvio. Salvio can go on a counter, but he gets tackled. Doesn't matter. Ball falls to Talisca. He has 2 men on the support. He gives it to Adel Tarabt. Adel Tarabt can try and finish, and we do get a penalty from that little bit of piece of play. I see Everton with a small lunge. But I do believe if the referee wanted, he could have signaled it as a penalty. As you see, he gets slightly touched there, and it could be enough for him to lose the ball. So the referee decides to award us a penalty. Inside 11 minutes, we can get our second goal of the game, which will be amazing since our stupid as rivals Sporting, yeah, screw them. Anyway, Jonas to step up, and he also finds the back of the net. So Jonas, who missed a few penalties in the beginning episodes of this series, is now not missing one, which I'm delighted about that. Hopefully he will keep on scoring because he's very important for us. And you know, it's always good to have a player that can score goals, even from penalties. As he gets his 5th of the Taça. Now next chance of the game, Mood once again fall for us. Salvi is on the ball. He goes through his man, shoots in, but Rui Patricio makes a good save and Sporting clear the ball away. The next chance would once again fall for us though, as Talisca is on the ball. Talisca tries to play it through Jonas, but he can't. He falls to William Carvalho. William Carvalho plays it to Adrian Silva, plays it to Carrillo. He can cross the ball in, he does, and Slimani almost finds the back of the net, which was one of the Sporting's first chances of the game. And their goal would fall from mistake, fumble, whatever you want to call it. As you see, it's Feza that gives them the ball, unfortunately, and Montero puts them back into this game as we desperately want to score another goal to finish off. As you see, Rui Patricio plays that ball forward, we win it back, the ball is on Jonas, Jonas goes through his man, William Carvalho, and also finds the back of the net, Talisca. I thought Jonas was going to score there, but Rui Patricio made an immense save, but Talisca turns in the rebound and we make it 3-1 and we are almost going through. We just need to hold on to this lead against our rival Sporting, which would be incredibly good for us to go through against them. Now one of the final chances will fall here as they play the ball forward. Sporting, Eliseu wins it, gives it to Jonas. Jonas has a lot of free space. Can he finish? Yes, he can. He makes it 4-1 on the 90th minute, and we are certainly going through. We beat Sporting for 4-1. Incredibly delighted about that. Since you know the recent move of Jorge Justo there, I really wanted to smash them on this game. But as you see, we'll be coming up in the league, and that one will probably be harder. But as you see, the game is almost over here. As you see, the referee will blow for. I said as you see like 3 times, didn't I? The referee will blow for full time in just a moment's time as Montero gets injured. The referee will stop the play. There will be a drop ball, and then he will finish off the game. And as you see, we definitely deserve this game. Check our ratings on the on the defense. Every single one had a 7.0 plus. Our defense was amazing, incredibly good. As you see, we also had the more shots, but we had 14 tackles, 75 shot accuracy and 80 pass accuracy. And now have a look at our defense's rating. Eliseu 8.0, Lisandro 7.2, Luizão 7.6, Maxi 7.0, and I didn't manage to catch Julio Cesar's, but he was probably more than that. As you see, Talisca obviously was happy that he could play, and this will be the last game of this episode because we're going into transfer system, and this one is going to be a little bit of a big one because we have a lot of transfers to do. Now I needed a backup goalkeeper, so I decided to go for Ederson. He's probably not going to get any game time, but still we go in with a 2.2 bids, 2.25 million bid since he did join us in real life. As you see, we got another loan offer for João Teixeira, and we obviously loan him up because we want the lad to grow because he is a very good young talent. We also offer up a bid for Mario Fernandes, yeah, because he's Portuguese, Brazilian, but still. He's 77 rated, a right back from CSKA Moscow, and we'll wait and see what they say. We also counter offer a deal from Real Sociedad, 4 million for Derley, and they do accept, and Derley is out of the club. As you see, CSKA Moscow do not accept the first bid for Mario Fernandes, so we go in again, offer them I believe 7 million plus Maxi, but we'll see if they accept this deal. As first I was thinking about giving them 10 million plus Maxi, but I thought that was too much, so I decided to offer up 7 million plus Maxi and wait and see what they say. Now the next piece of this is us straight out saying, yo, give us like 50 million or you're not going to take Kaitan to Napoli, and obviously they were not going to match that deal. And we also see that Rennes come here and wants to get Maxi, and I say give us 8 million and then we'll let him go. As you see, they don't accept the bid for Ederson, but we put in a new one. We give him 3 million plus I believe Benito because he's out of the club in real life, and I wanted to get rid of a couple of players that are no longer in the squad. Also, we try and put in a bid for André Gomes, but the deal will not happen because he just recently joined the club. supposedly, even though we're in January already, but it doesn't matter. As you see, Rennes say we'll give you 6 million. They're late to sell, and Bayern Munich come to Gaetan and come us about Gaetan, and we say give us 50 million, and then and then you can take him. But I don't think they're gonna accept. Anyway, Napoli say give us we'll give you 26 million, and I say give us 50 million, or you're not gonna take him. As we stalled a bit for the Maxi because that deal might go through with Mario Fernandes. As you see, they did not accept the deal. They said they wanted 12 million, and I just said no, screw it. I'm gonna sell Maxi and go ahead and give them an improved bid. We also stalled the Paderborn deal because we don't know if Benito is going to be involved in the Rio Ave deal. Now, as you see, Bayern come back to us and say we'll give you 37 million. I say give us 48 million, and then you can take the lad. And have to wait and see what they say. We also put in an improved bid for Mario Fernandes. As I said, we'll give him 15 million because we can basically. Yeah, we'll go for 15 million because simply we can. We have enough money for to do that, and he would be a great player for our team. As you see, Valencia just rejected that offer. Also, Sunderland come back to us about Maxi and say give us 6 million and you can take him, but he's probably going to join Rennes. As you see, Hungary coming to manage and ask us to manage their nation. We say no. Sampdoria coming with a 6 million bid for the Lisk, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking crazy. Like, really? No, it's not happening. As you see, we also reject the bid from Paderborn for Benito because he is going to Rio Ave, and we do get Ederson as our backup goalkeeper. It doesn't really matter. He's on 20 grand a week, but he's not a sporadic first team player, so he's not going to complain if he doesn't get on the pitch a lot. And Sunderland do try and match the bid for Maxi, but he will end up going to Rennes as we get our first leg of the Taça Portugal. As you see, Maxi has been sold for 5 million. Quite good profit on it, and Bayern Munich accept the 48 million for Nicolas Gaetan, and I didn't think that it was going through, to be honest, but it was. They gave us for 48 million, and we cannot say no to that. As you see, we also get transfer offer for Silvio from Sunderland because they did not get our last player, so they want another one of our right backs. I say give us 10 million and then we'll think about it. Currently, we only have 2 right backs, so I might have to go into the market. Anyway, we also put in a bid for Ramirez. I say give us 10. I'll give you 10 million plus Feza, and hopefully you can accept our deal for Ramirez because Ramirez was a Benfica player in the past, so I didn't think it was going to be much issue of him coming back. We also simulate the first Taça Portugal leg, and we are basically through to the final of the Taça Portugal because we smashed them 3-0. As you see here, Jonas makes it 1-0. Trap makes it 2-0. I thought Academic were going to be a quite weak team, so I thought that we could simulate that game, and we did. We won. And we're basically through to the next round of the Taça Portugal, which is the final. And Sarabia gets another double. Quite good player he is. As we wait. We also see that Mario Fernandes accepts his deal, and that Sunderland will give us 7 million. We'll think about that and come back to them in a moment's time. But as you see, Mario Fernandes is into the team. We also, I believe, counter offer 10 million for Silvio, and then you can take him. That would be good money for him, honestly, because he didn't get a lot on the pitch, and I think we signed him for 3 million. As you get to see Mario Fernandes' stats in here. I just decided to show him in here because he is going to be a first team player, so I don't think it would be much issue showing it here. As you see that he has high work rate, so he's going to be a very good player. But besides that, he is quite tall, which I like a lot about that. And we see that Bruno Varela gets loaned out. We see that they accepted 11.5 million for Ramirez, and so we'll go ahead and offer him 13.2, I believe, which is his maximum price. And hopefully we can get a hold of our former Benfica player. And that is it for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode very soon.